Welcome back to more Star Fox 64. Last time, we reached the end of the easy path, so this time, we're returning to Meteo to start the middle path.
Impressive, Star Fox. Now watch out for enemies in the asteroid field.
I won't let you down, sir.
Good luck.
Things are starting to heat up.
Quit dinking around, Flip. We're heading into the asteroid.
So the alternate exit for Meteo is after the checkpoint. So in the meantime, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the 3DS version. I've mentioned some of the differences already, like the ability to save, the removal of friendly fire, and the addition of a score attack mode, but there are other changes I wanted to bring up. First of all, the presentation was entirely redone, with different graphics and voice acting. I think the presentation, like the visuals, are mostly better, and I think the 3DS version actually looks really good for the most part. But the voice acting is very divisive. I think the voice acting in the 3DS version is fine, but because of how iconic the original dialogue is, it doesn't quite match up. A lot of the deliveries aren't quite as good, and thus, I think that's kind of the main issue, is just a lot of the lines don't have the same impact. But it's still serviceable for the most part. The script is largely unchanged outside of a few minor tweaks, like Hey Einstein being changed to Hey Genius, but for the most part, it's just the delivery that's very polarizing.
Whoa! Can you make
So
it?
the other main addition in the 3DS version is gyro aiming, which is kind of a weird feature because you can't really move the 3DS while using the 3D feature, so you have to kind of choose one or the other. I think even on a new 3DS with the more stable 3D, you might still have to move the system too much to actually be able to use both at the same time. The gyro aiming works fine, but I do prefer analog controls for a game like this that requires some amount of precision. Lastly, I wanted to talk more about the score attack mode, because in addition to the regular medal requirements for the main game, the score attack mode has additional medals. There's a gold medal, a silver medal, and a bronze medal. So for score attack, the silver medal is the same as the story mode score. The bronze medal is slightly lower, so for example in Meteo, the story mode medal score is 200, the bronze medal score is 180, and the gold medal score is 300 points. So even if you've already played the original and even story mode and have gotten all the medals in that, there's still a lot of challenge to be found in score attack. The addition of a score attack is also great because it gives you an opportunity to actually practice these levels. That's one of the big reasons why I've never completed the N64 version, is it's hard to really practice levels when you basically only have one shot at them without losing lives to actually try them again. So yeah, overall the 3DS version is pretty good. Outside of like the voice acting, which is kind of hit or miss, I think most of the changes in the 3DS version are positive, like the ability to save and things like that, and the score attack. Yeah, both versions are still perfectly playable though. So soon, we should be seeing several special rings. What we want to do is fly through all 7 of the rings to go to a special area that'll take us to the middle route. There's the first ring. As a reminder, you can use Z and R to turn more sharply to the left or right respectively, in order to actually make it through these rings easier.
Never give up. Trust your instinct.
Alright, so we're in a very different part of Meteo now. I'm pretty sure if you want the medal, this is actually a great way to get it, because I think it's actually easier to defeat enemies here. I feel like the enemies are less aggressive for one thing, and there are quite a few enemies in this realm. You can also destroy some of these little meteors for points as well, like so. So yeah, if you want to go for the medal, this is definitely a great way to get it. So yeah, all of these little meteors around us give us points, and the enemies as well. If we can lock onto a bunch of them, we should probably use a bomb, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see how many points that gets us. Not that many, actually. Once we go through here, the stage should end without a boss, actually, and we'll immediately be thrown back to the galaxy map screen, where we can choose a different level. So yeah, this is a very nice change of pace from the normal gameplay. It's almost kind of more peaceful with fewer enemies actively attacking us. But past these meteors, we should be just about to the end of this area. By going through an alternate exit, we're also given an additional option on this screen. We can change course if we want to one of the easier courses. So if you want to go for a specific score, it might be better to go for the tougher path and then change course to stay on the lower path. But we want to go through the middle path.
Katina is battling the enemy. Will you help him out?
Affirmative, General.
Good luck.
Hang on, guys. Help is on the way. Fox, you made it. Bill, is that you? I can't believe it. We can catch up later, Fox.
This is Katina.
Fox, that's one of...
So, this is a very interesting mission. We're teaming up with Bill Gray, an old friend of Fox's, and his squadron. So there's actually different ending dialogue if you manage to get through this mission without accidentally shooting down one of Bill's squad. I'm going to do my best to get that better outcome. So I'm mostly going to be using charge shots to avoid friendly fire. This is a pretty fun mission. It's entirely all-range mode, similar to Katina, and in some ways has several parallels. Let's do our best to take down as many of these enemy ships as possible. The medal score for this is 150 points, which actually seems pretty steep given that Katina's was only like 50. That's interesting. There's a giant UFO approaching us. Once it gets close to the center, something special should happen. So let's see what happens next.
Scratch one boat. Bulldog unit, don't let anything through. Here they come!
So this giant ship is letting out enemies, so we have a lot more to deal with, and also have to deal with the mothership itself. By the way, the alternate exit for the stage is not tied to the friendly fire ending. It's actually tied to not destroying the mothership fast enough, kind of similar to Katina. So Bill will say when the hatches are about to open, and that's the mothership's weak point, so let's deal as much damage as we can to these. You can destroy multiple in one cycle, which is great. And I think we did get 2 of them. There are 4 hatches in total, and once we destroy all of them, we should be able to go for the UFO's core. So, we have a supply drop here, a bomb that'll be very helpful, potentially, for dealing with the core. I did not mean to U-turn. I was trying to brake. So I do want to stay at a distance so I have a clearer shot at the hangars when it opens up. And make sure to brake to get more time to actually go after the hatches. The UFO is on the radar, which is nice, so you can actually see where it is very easily. So 2 more hatches, 1 here, 1 here.
There's some sort of energy reaction. The core has appeared. Stand by to attack.
So now we have a minute to destroy the core.
I won't let you get away from me. Yeehaw! You did it! Take care, Fox. You too, Bill.
I'm pretty sure that's the less good ending dialogue. Oh well. Also, if you fail to destroy the mothership, you'll go to Sector X instead of this new location, which we'll be exploring next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Star Fox 64.